What up, guys? Conscious One coming at you. I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday or have a decent Wednesday. So, guys, real quick, let's get to the point. Not going to be too long. Let me be the first to tell you, guys, that I am so happy that T-Man is getting back. You know what's so funny, too? It's like some of us, we already knew he was getting back in office, and we were so excited. Even if you're not into politics, even if you don't vote, it's something that you can't deny. There's something about the T-Man that just, you just like finally, like, you know why it is too. I think because he is, again, whether you into politics or whether you vote or not, I think Americans know deep down inside that this man represents the only, how can I put this? He represents the only normalcy that America ever had in whatever how many years. Whenever you think America was normal, whether it was in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, you know that the T-Man represents that. But it's no surprise though. Even Bobby Hemmings said this. Like, you notice every time a Republican is in office, it don't matter whether you like them or not. Every time a Republican was in office, black people did better. Now, whether that was directly because a man was in, we all know, yeah, you believe in God, not man. Yeah, we all know that. But let's just talk about the basics. Because most people who pay attention know that black people had their best years every time a Republican was in office. You can go back and look at this. But for some strange reason, every time a Democrat is in office, they'll sit up there and parade like, oh, black people finna do better now. Clinton's in, or Obama's in, and you'll see black people tap dancing and doing backflips and all this old bullshit, and they'll just be getting fucked up left and right. Like you gotta be like really ignorant to not see that shit. That every time a Democrat was in office, black people suffered, and not just black people, the country suffered. Period. Because like Bobby Hemmings say, whether you want to believe it or not, if black people wasn't in this country, this nation would have failed before it even started. Y'all see why I talk a lot about Bobby Hemmings? I always talk about my predecessors, because ain't nobody finna sit up here and make me and try to make me look stupid. So that's why I always quote the master teacher. Not that I'm afraid to pick up the baton and speak for myself, because y'all know I can. But still, it's a buffer. Like, don't try to make me look like no fool. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Every Democrat that was in office, America suffered. Every single one. Yet they'll have a bunch of niggas doing backflips because it was propaganda. That's all it was. A sane running nation, a sane nation that's operating with all its wits and all that is always a republic. So I even heard somebody say democracy is demons going crazy. That's what it seemed like too, because every time they was in office, it was like a bunch of fuckery going on. But yeah, can't help but to feel this excitement that T-Man's get back in office, because that's the only hope Americans have of some kind of normalcy returning. Now, that's not to say that normalcy is ever going to return, because, to tell you the truth, based on what happened with the T-Man a few months ago, and prophecies and all that type of stuff, excuse me, based on all that, it might not get better just because he's back in office. It might not get better. because personally, it seems like he's already coming in swinging, on what should be moral or immoral or whatever. He's not like, I feel like he's not playing around this time. We already talked about yesterday about how he's outlawing the transgender in the military. I mean, it's like come on, man. And then when I saw that report on YouTube, it was some like lady, and she was like crying. She was making it sound like it was the most horrible thing. Forget about people can't pay their rent. People can't afford their rent. People on the streets. No, the fact that you outlaw transgender from the military, that is the worst thing that can happen to anybody. Forget about all the poverty going on. People can't even pay their rent, whether they're married or not. People juggling bills. Forget about all that. No, it's about transgenders being in the military. That's more important. That's what brought tears to this lady's eyes. Not all the poverty in these cities. You got people who care more about transgender and gay rights than fucking people being on poverty in the street. Now, how the fuck does that make any sense? If you got any good sense about you, I think you should be concerned about, things like letting people in a country that got a roof over their head, but the average American who's been working all their life, blood, sweat, and tears, is damn near out on the streets. I think that's a bigger concern. At least it should be. It's a big enough concern for people to put down their sexual differences to the side and focus on things that's more important than that. I was gonna say something slipping my mind. Just like the situation going on with my situation, guys. Some of y'all know that these individuals seem to be concerned about things that shouldn't even be mattering. Like somebody said, "Oh, I don't want him to know that I'm actually gay." Like, do you actually? Who the fuck? I mean, are these people real? Seriously, I can tell y'all personally that a lot of them, I think, been body snatched based on last time I seen them. And guys, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's a lot of information I can talk to y'all about that I ain't gonna be talking about on YouTube. I'm just not. But some of these individuals, y'all know. Oh, I hope he doesn't know. Forget about they could be facing a electric chair. No, they gotta be worrying about whether I know they're gay or not. That's more important. Isn't it crazy how people be focused on the wrong fucking things, man? Like, don't that shit be blowing your mind? Like, you mean all this stuff going on, and you worried about that? Oh my goodness. Oh man, guys, I can come up with 1,000 reasons why it's best to be in isolation. Okay. And I pity the fool who think I'm a fool. I pity the fool who can't realize that you get strength in isolation. But guys, I didn't say it enough. And yeah, I just want to tell y'all, you do feel this intensity. Like, you feel like things are going to be back to normal again. But I'm just here to tell y'all, just because a T-Man come back in office don't mean things are going to be normal again. But as far as I know, he's definitely coming in swinging. And he's definitely part of End Time Prophecy. And y'all have to go to Into the Stars channel to study that, because he has all the, he has the complete, encyclopedia on why Trump is End Time Prophecy. All right. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.